Hello and welcome to WeExpressSports to this post-match analysis of game number 3 between the Sunrisers Hyderabad and Royal Challengers Bangalore. And what a game it was when all the eyes were kept on Virat Kohli to see the Indian captain out there. So much of expectations were sought out to see Virat Kohli to bat. A young man from Kerala, 20 years old, Devdutt Padikkal stole the show with his impressive batting at the top of the order. We'll get to Devdutt Padikkal in much more detail going forward, but let's talk about the game. And today I have one RCB supporter, Mr. Hilo Desai, who is very, very happy. I think East Sala Cup naam is already in his ears. And on the other hand, I have Archil from the supporter of SRH, who would be a little surprised by the result, looking at the way the game was. So, guys, without wasting any time, let's start looking at how the match went. Now, I'm going to start with Hilor, and I'm going to start with the team selection. Not many would have thought about Joshua Philippe starting. We would have expecting someone like a Chris Morris with his experience and Moeen Ali to start. So, a little surprising for you to see Joshua Philippe in the squad today?
Not that much, to be very honest with you, because I was of an opinion that if AB keeps, okay, so then this combination without Philippe and Morrison does fit in. But if AB doesn't keep, then they'll have to take Parthiv Patel instead of Padikkal. So I was expecting Padikkal to start. So with that, Joshua Philippe has to be in the playing 11 to fill the keeping duties. So I would have liked Morris to be in, but to adjust the team combination.
Talking about SRH, Archil, now we look at it in retrospect. Okay, Mitchell Marsh injury was a little unfortunate, but were you surprised to see someone like an experience of Kane Williamson being dropped out from the playing 11 today?
I mean, that is not something new to SRH camp. Obviously, we are unfortunate to miss out on such a great player of international exposure and someone who has captained New Zealand for a very long time. So, I mean, for SRH, this was like very much expected because if we play Kane, we tend to lose out on a potential bowler. Obviously, we didn't play Sidhi today. We didn't play Khalil today. We went in with T. Natarajan and Sandeep Sharma. So, I mean, if you want to make Kane play, then you obviously have to play a bowler shot. And that spot would have only been filled with either Nabi or Mitchell Marsh. I mean, VVS Lakshman ने भी यही बोला था कि उन लोगों ने ऐसा assess किया था कि like the pitch is going to behave as it behaved yesterday, but it didn't work the same. Actually, उन लोगों ने watering नहीं किया था, जिसकी वजह से pitch काफी dry था, and they went in with Marsh. I mean, that's quite like सबका अपना analysis होता है, but I guess Nabi would have been like a better option over here.
Nabi would have been an interesting one, but unfortunate for Mitchell Marsh as well, who just can't get rid of injuries. We have seen this so much with Mitchell Marsh as a talented player. Now, his injury, I think, was maybe one of the turning points for SRH. But I would like to get your view, and I'll start again with Hilor. Hilor, for RCB, if I have to look at this match, many talking points over there. But if I have to look at one or two moments where you think, you know what, at this moment you felt like now the game has slightly turned in RCB's favor.
Couple of them. First in the first innings, where the match was even at 50-50, and then around 17th over, the score was around 130 or something like that. And then AB launched those 2 overs the way he played. So then they got important runs, which was expected from AB, but still they got that runs, which मतलब एक fighting total बन गया for bowlers to defend. That was one, and second was Yuzvendra Chahal's over. I would not just say the over in which he got 2 wickets, but the 2 overs before that, जब भी power play में Bairstow was hitting well, उसके बाद वो जो run rate slow करने में वो 2 over भी बहुत important. And the third over got him 2 wickets. That's where the match turned. So these are the ones.
Okay, Archil, for SRH, do you also agree with somewhere that the Chahal over was a turning point, or do you think that the Mitchell Marsh injury was a turning point overall in the game?
So, as we have seen in the past, SRH is one team wherein you cannot take your eyes out of the team, be it the competition or the match. They have proved themselves again and again over the last years that they tend to pull the match. They are the silent killers. I would name them the silent killers. They don't have any big names, but they tend to prove themselves on ground. Initially, for the first 10 overs, they were nowhere in the match, but the way they pulled back last 3 overs, Bhuvi exceptionally bowling well, like beating AB in the last over, making him slog was the biggest thing. 163, reasonable target, kuch bada target nahi hai. Losing Warner in an unfortunate way. Like, I'll again stick to my point. RCB has not taken efforts to take wickets. SRH has given wickets. And it will stay. Be it Warner's wicket, be it Bairstow's wicket, be it the run out of Abhishek Sharma. I still believe that if Abhishek Sharma would have played till last, he would have won the match. He is of great potential. He's former India under-19 skipper, and we have seen him in the nets how he like smashes the ball. So yeah, RCB has eventually won the match, but SRH has given wickets.
कभी तो lucky हो जान दे.
I was waiting for Hilo to come in like अब तो जीत गए अब तो lucky होने दो कभी तो lucky होते हैं हम.
But the biggest turning point for me was Bairstow's wicket. If he would have played more calculated, for example, they already lost on Washington Sundar. They had to bowl Shivam Dube, who has a lot of inexperience. अगर वो 4 बॉल बेस्टो आराम से खेल देते क्योंकि उससे पहले स्टेन को 12 रन मारे थे ओवर में, तो आई वाज एक्सपेक्टिंग कि अगर वो 4 बॉल खेल जाते, अगर 4 बॉल डॉट भी हो जाते, he would have finished the ball with 3 to 4 balls sparing. I mean, that would have been a game changer for us. क्योंकि आज भी हम लोग 10 रन से ही आ रहे हैं. SRH has lost by only 10 runs. That's not like a 2 to 3 ball deal for Johnny Bairstow. He was already playing on 60. So that was the biggest turning point.
Biggest turning point. Similar thoughts by the two panels. Now let's talk about the most expressive player of the match. And Hilor, I'm going to start once again with you. Who I think it's going to be very obvious, I guess, from RCB point. But again, I want to know your thoughts. Who was the most expressive player on the pitch?
I don't even have to name him. So अपना analysis में ही बात हुआ था. He's an exciting prospect and एकदम style में prove कर दिया देवदत्त पडिक्कल without any doubt. So बहुत and it was not just the innings, it was the dominance of the innings because सामने फिंच है, ठीक है, who is one of the limited over का great batsman, ठीक है, उसको एक debutant, Finch is 7 ball 3 runs and he is 20 of 12-13 balls. तो ये जो dominance था ना, वो ज्यादा important था more than the run. और वो जो shots खेल रहा था, मतलब वो stamp कर रहा था कि I belong here. So Devidat Padikkal.
Archal, similar thoughts, or do you think maybe someone like a Navdeep Saini or Yuzvendra Chahal was the more expressive one today?
I mean, yeah, for RCB there were a couple of players who changed the momentum. Obviously, Devdutt Padikkal was the one for first 10 overs. Then Yuzvendra Chahal played a major role because in 4 overs giving away just 18 runs, जिसमें 18 4th over में उनकी पहली बाउंड्री आई थी जो मिडल हुई थी. Obviously edge के साथ भी आई थी inside edge, but that was the first ball that was being middled by the batsman Abhishek Sharma straight down the ground. And Navdeep Saini, obviously you cannot keep him out of the competition. I mean, currently I rate him the fittest player in the Indian cricket ahead of Virat Kohli as well because he's like someone bowling at 147, 148 and he is like bowling like boom. I mean, Johnny Bairstow को struggle करना नए ball से, you can see what pace he has generated in this.
Interesting. Navdeep Saini, very interesting option, and we'll be hoping that he continues this form not only for RCB but going ahead for India as well because we can really do well with Bumrah and Navdeep Saini as well. Now, before I just close up with this analysis, Hilor, RCB fan of victory, dare should I say it, इस साल कप नाम दे?
बहुत जल्दी है भाई. नहीं.
I think Hilo just doesn't want to jinx it. मन में आ रहा है. I know he want to say it. Let's just for an RCB.
प्री-टूर्नामेंट ऐसा रहता ही है कि नहीं, पर इस बार दुबई में ना तो एक पोटेंशियल है कि मतलब हाँ, तो तुम आज पहली बार पता है मैच में जब लेस देन 10 रन ओवर चाहिए था लास्ट 8-10 ओवर में, फिर भी मेरे पास ऐसा था कि होप थी बिकॉज ऑफ द विकेट, बिकॉज ऑफ द स्लोनेस ऑफ द ये और बाउंड्रीज का डायमेंशन चिन्नस्वामी से बड़ा होना, तो वो एक होप इसके वजह से है, नहीं कि कुछ ऐसा मतलब. तो वो होप जो डिफेंडिंग में, वरना होप रहती है कि 200 मारेंगे, 160 में उतनी ज्यादा होप नहीं रहती जितनी आज थी. तो या सो इट इज अ पॉजिटिव, बट अभी बहुत जल्दी है भाई, नहीं करना.
Just like any other season, an RCB fan keeping hope with their team. It's good to see that, and I hope you continue to keep that hope, and we hope that that RCB do something well in this season. But thanks a lot, guys. That's it. I don't think I need to remind you about that. Let's not go with that. We'll discuss that some other day. But thanks a lot, guys. Interesting match. A victory for RCB. A good start for RCB and Team Kohli. That's it for this match over here. Thanks a lot, guys.
Bye.